I remember the March on Washington because Dr. Martin Luther King led it. It was important to me because Dr. Martin Luther King used to come to Detroit for church events and for fundraisers. I remember it was a long day of marching in Washington and a lot of speeches, but of course the one event that was seared into the memory of everybody that was there was Dr. King's speech. The first time that Dr. King incorporated the I Have a Dream part that captured the imagination of people across the country and around the world, it was first uttered in Detroit. We had a Detroit march before the March on Washington. We were there, I was at both of them. And of course, King led both of these marches. It was around his incredible oratory and the loyal support of people in the civil rights movement that started from Alabama to Georgia, across the South, and then across the country. Dr. King, to me, and in that speech, stimulated the civil rights movement in a way that hadn't happened before. He reinvigorated it. And so it was a new era in which segregation and discrimination was coming under a renewed attack in a way that it had never been before. And it was all due to Dr. King. I was not in Congress then. I was inspired, though, by the political dimensions of King's speech, which encouraged everybody to be the best citizen they could be by registering to vote, and to vote as intelligently as possible with their self-interest in mind as well as the country's. I introduced the first bill for Dr. King a few days after his assassination. I was thinking, what can I do to make this man of such great inspiration, who I felt exemplified what the struggle was all about and the kinds of strategies that we could employ? How could I memorialize him in a way that I'd never done before? And I said, well, if he had a holiday, there were actually a holiday. And I can remember some people said, well, yeah, well, he was very good, but you can't get a holiday for Dr. King. There were too many people that didn't agree with his ideas of equality and fairness and democracy when it came to people of all colors. And it took a long while before that became a reality.